Welcome to Bell Camp.
The Bell program is a program where kids come to learn Braille and do it through all different types of fun activities, and we try to get them as much Braille as they can and fill in all the gaps that they're not getting in their school system. Hi, I'm Krystal Guillory, and I am the state coordinator for the Louisiana NFB Bell program. Our Bell Camp is a little bit different. We kind of run it like a mini school. In 1 week we hit 6 different classes. We have lunch activities, we have afternoon activities, and we do NMB, which is Braille math, reading, writing, tactile graphics, technology, kitchen, and living skills.
You ready to play again? Keep playing, come on. 1, 2, 3. Reading.
In Braille reading this week, the kids would come in, they would play a fun game because Braille is all about being fun, and then we would have a story every day that would go along with the content of that game, whether it was a contraction game, anything like that. Then they would have a story that went with it, and we would read together, and they would earn a Braille dot because their goal was to fill a Braille cell for the week. So that's kind of a quick synopsis of what we did in Braille reading.
Okay.
A chat is like when you talk about something.
That's right. Let's have a little chat. Good job.
Capital CHECKMATE.
Whoa.
Wow, it's a big one, isn't it?
Checkmate.
Check long A, try that again.
Checkmate.
Awesome. Very good.
Writing.
I'm Kim Cool. I was the lead teacher for writing, Braille writing this year. Some of the groups needed more focus on writing letters and learning parts of the Braille writer and finger placement on the Braille writer and finger strength, so we worked on that a lot. And then other groups knew all of the code and were very fast, so we worked on specific types of writing and ways to brainstorm writing and getting our thoughts to paper. And then we would illustrate our writing, so that was really fun.
Ding, 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 ding. Hey, you think on those.
Okay. We wrote the D's. R-O-R. So I'm going to do hand over hand, Vicky. Mine down. All right. All right, okay. Sister. One more time. Reach up. And then bring your carriage back.
Do it.
Yes, you can. We can do it in pieces.
So now,
Nimith.
Jerry Woodson, Nemeth Code, which is Braille math. And this week we did number recognition, addition, both horizontally and vertically. We also, depended on the level of the student, I also did multiplication and showed one student long division.
So after 1 comes 2, and after 5 comes 6. You're doing this.
Living skills.
In here we did, making kind of simple recipes we learned, like measuring with measuring cups, wet and dry ingredients. They did cutting with plastic knives, some soft things like bananas and fruits and stuff like that. Folding clothes. Yeah.
It's reading time is going by fast.
Yeah. Yep. We're going to be going to the park tomorrow, and so we're having, we're going to have frozen grapes as part of our day.
Put it on the pan over the cookies.
Well, we're going to need bananas.
Okay, sure.
Look, see this? Yep. There we go. This is
Technology.
AT and tactile graphics, that was a lot. Like, we had a lot to cover. So with each child, we focused a little more different depending on their Braille skills and depending on what they knew and stuff like that. So we have got a laptop donated by Dollar General, and it has a program on it called JAWS to make it talk, and typability, which was like it helped them to start. We could start typing. A lot of what we focused on was the Braille Sense, and this is a product made by a company called HIMS. And there are other products out there too. This is the one that we chose because we feel like it works the best. And basically, you can type stuff in here. This has like email. It's basically like a personal like assistant like device.
So go to the bottom below the text and tap. It says tap me button. So find the tap me button.
Cane travel.
Cane class is about independent movement, moving without holding anyone's hand.
We gotta pass it over to get some cane room, don't we? Right, left, right, left.
Come on. In the afternoon, we have activities where we bring in a blind role model to come and talk to them about whatever our topic is, our theme, and they come and they model stuff and teach them how to do things using alternative techniques. One of our role models was Pam Allen, who has ridden horses competitively, so she taught us alternative techniques of how she was able to ride horses even though she is completely blind. We had Eric Guillory come in and he taught us how to run appropriately using the right stance and pumping our arms correctly, and he taught us about goal ball, which is a sport specifically for blind people where everyone is blindfolded and played in this very competitive sport. We had Jack Mendez come in and he taught us about using alternative techniques for swimming and wrestling. He taught us how to start the wrestling in the hole that you do as an alternative technique, and he taught us how to use correct strokes when swimming. We also had a guest speaker, Roland Allen, who came in and he talked to us about how to stay fit and in shape using alternative techniques. He taught us how to do squats correctly and sit-ups and push-ups and jumping jacks, and taught us different techniques of how to stay moving and active. We had Deja Powell, who lives in Utah, so she couldn't show up in person, but we used FaceTime audio to connect with her, and we learned about how to dance and compete in cheerleading with alternative techniques.
Special activities.
We have recreation activities after all of our classes and our guest speakers. We did swimming. We had a Braille carnival.
Oh, I love it!
Okay. Wow, look at that. It's a turtle.
We're measuring some stuff with measuring some shapes and some stuff. Braille ruler.
They see that there's a lot that they can already do with Braille, that Braille can be fun, that it's not something that they just have to sit in a classroom and have Braille drills, but there's a lot of fun games that you can do with Braille or with different tactile activities. And for the adults, for the teachers that participate in the Braille Carnival, I want them to see how some creative, maybe something new that they haven't tried before, creative ways of games or an activity that maybe they just haven't thought about doing it in that way, and it makes it a lot more fun for the kids.
You got the hang of it, I think.
We went to the park and played on the playground and grilled hot dogs. We had a musician come in on Thursday and play for the kids, and the kids got to pick the guitar.
That's it. Well, drink goes down the tube as my sweet City Sue. Okay, what's the girl's name? Billy Sue. All right. And who's in love with City Sue? No. A cowboy. Yes. You ready? The moon we get together, together, together. The moon we get together, the happier we will be. 'Cause your friends are my friends, and my friends are your friends. The moon we get together, the happier we will be.
And then on Friday, we went to a jumping place.
There you go. Listen. There you go. Congratulations to the first 2015 Bell class in the whole